welcome back to a long overdue of Jenny and Steve's Star Tour.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Our plans had to get put on hold for a little while because, as everyone knows, we are going through the world pandemic.
Yeah.
Steve and I stayed socially distanced long enough, and now we both have tested negative and we feel comfortable being together again.
Yay. So, tonight we watched episode 7, The Force Awakens. What'd you think?
I thought it was good.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's pretty much where I'm at.
Alright, so join us next time. We both have a couple notes, as per usual. We have some notes. Overall, I enjoyed this movie.
Yes.
It has its flaws.
I mean,
not perfect.
Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. It's Force Awakens.
This is Force
Awakens.
Yes, it's New Hope.
It's New Hope.
It's a New Hope. That's honestly the biggest criticism I can give it, is that it's a rehash of New Hope. But with that said, I still feel like it's different enough to stand on its own. Like, yes, it's kind of a New Hope, but it's a New Hope where the scenes are all mixed up. You know? So it's different enough. Like, the key plot points are still there. I still remember when I saw this in theater with my family, which was, first of all, an amazing experience, and I'll talk about that as we go through this. The moment they pulled up the plans for the Starkiller base, and they were like, it's another Death Star, my dad just goes, oh. He's like, oh, they're doing this again. I'm like, okay, yeah. But, yeah, so we'll go through our notes. Do you want to go first, or do you... Sure.
So, I didn't get a chance to write this down, but I think my biggest criticism is the first 40 minutes felt like filler.
Yeah, I realized, like, and it's especially because we had to pause the movie a couple times, and just to, like, you know, use bathroom breaks, but, like, I noticed that
every time we paused it, we're like, oh, we're only 40 minutes in?
Yeah, like, I paused it, I'm like, wow, there's still, like, an hour and a half left of this film. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't see, how long is this movie? We took our glasses off for this, but how long is it?
It was 2 hours and 15 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. It felt that long.
It felt that long.
Longer because we paused it a couple times, but, like, yeah,
no,
like,
it felt that long.
Really, it's long. It feels long. And I don't remember it feeling that long when I saw it in theaters. Probably because I was so hyped to see a Star Wars movie in the theater. Because I haven't done that since Attack of the Clones, and we all know how I feel about that movie. So it felt good to see a good Star Wars movie in theaters.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, as a preface, everyone knows that Steve is showing me the Star Wars movies. I've never seen them before. As a true Disney avid fan, I feel like I want to see them. But because I am a true Disney avid fan, I am on all the groups on Facebook and everything. I know all the spoilers of these movies.
Of the entire trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, I know what happens in
which is unfortunate, but...
I was telling Steve during the movie, during one of our pauses, I do really wish that I was on the Star Wars hype when these were coming out. Like, this seems like such a fun franchise to be in it with. To see, like, not know the spoilers and to see, oh my god, like, Han is back, oh my god, Luke is back.
Yes, definitely, like, seeing this movie in the theater is an experience that I'll definitely never forget.
Yes.
Just because of how much fun I had.
Because that leads into my first note. Like, obviously, I know Kylo Ren is Ben Solo, so it's obviously their kid. But I guess, I don't know if it's because I knew it coming or whatever, but they made it way too obvious that Kylo Ren was someone's important kid.
Yeah, like, in one of the first scenes, he's like, I know who your family is.
Yeah, they're like, don't forget your family and your dad. And I'm like, okay, they're making way too big of a deal for this. Even, I knew what was coming, but I'm like, anyone who has any common sense could probably tell what was coming. Okay. One of the big things, not a big thing, but like one of the things I was irked by, Rey knew BB-8 for like all of 10 minutes. Obviously, she's literally poor AF and starving, and she turns down 60 portions for this droid she knew for 10 minutes?
60 portions?
What?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's to show, like, the goodness in her heart, but, like...
And that was before...
Fuck it, I would've sold him.
That was before correct me if I'm wrong, that was before she even knew that he had, like, a map or anything of importance.
Yeah, that's correct.
Just a random orange droid.
Yep.
That she knew for 10 minutes. And turned out...
Hey man, Rey's got a good heart. I wouldn't have kept the droid, but I guess that's why I'm not in Star Wars.
I mean, I don't know. It just... I don't know. Okay, a positive was they kept the traditional Star Wars transitions.
Yes.
Even though they're totally out of style now, they kept them, and I really appreciate
It's a staple of Star Wars that it would just feel weird without them.
No, as I appreciate
Which is why I'm glad they did it in the entire
did
trilogy.
Wipes in 2015, and I'm like, okay. As a film editor, I'm like, I appreciate that. I cringed the first time I saw it, but I appreciate it. Okay. So I guess this one, I guess I like skipped a bunch. I didn't write down notes for that because this is it. In the forest during the first attack when she like runs away and she's like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
She literally stood there for 20 seconds and it was like, wait, no, never mind. And then dashes back into the fight.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she throws herself into the rebellion and everything. And I'm like, that was a really quick 20 seconds to literally make like a life-changing decision.
Yeah.
Okay. When she's being held captive, Rey's first Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
You have no training. You have no knowledge. You thought the Force was a myth up until like an hour ago, and all of a sudden you're telling a guard to drop its weapon, unlock your chains, and let you go.
I have this written down too, so I'll go about it more in depth. But like, how does she know you can do that?
Yeah, exactly.
No one told her.
You thought the Force was a myth an hour ago. Like, not movie time, real time hour ago.
Yeah.
I just have written down, I love temper tantrums.
Kylo Ren's shit fits are the best. Especially the one where like the two stormtroopers just like, oh fuck, and just walk away.
That's the one I wrote it down for.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren, and when you meet him at Disney World, they tell you when you walk in, don't upset him.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, as someone who like, and you can see my vlogs.
We met him.
Yeah, we met him.
Yeah.
You can actually see them in my Disney World vlogs.
Disney Channel.
He pointed to me directly and asked me to join him, and I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever you say, man. He's much taller than you think. He's very tall.
He's very intimidating.
Yeah.
Because when we met him, I was like, I don't know Star Wars. I'm not gonna. And then I walked in, I'm like,
Yeah.
hello.
Oh man.
All right. So the last thing I have written down is when I was talking to my two coworkers at work who are big Star Wars fans a while ago. They told me that I was told I wouldn't like Rey because I don't like characters that start off as like know-it-alls and characters that don't progress and learn. Yeah, and they were right.
Yeah.
I like everyone in this movie. I feel emotionally connected to every single person except Rey.
And she's our main character, folks.
She should not be this good at the Force already with absolutely no training and no knowledge of what the Force even is before the movie. I feel an emotional connection to every single person and droid in this movie except Rey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
And I heard her character only was downhill from here.
Yeah. So, I have a few notes as well. The first one I have is a music-related one because John Williams fucking brings it every time. I love Kylo Ren's theme song. It's such an intimidating, like, of course it's nothing on par of like dan 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 dan, but still you just hear it's 4 notes. Dan dan dan, and you're like, fuck, that's Kylo Ren. You know, like that's a really good motif for him to have, and I like that a lot. Also, Kylo Ren stops a fucking laser midair. That's genuinely impressive. I really like that. I remember when I first saw this, I saw him do that, I'm like, oh shit. This guy's fucking cool.
It sets the like mood and tone for what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really cool. I fucking love Poe.
Yes,
I think Poe's such a great character. Even in like the future movies, which we'll get into that later, I still love Poe. Yeah. I still think he's great. Rey's theme is also really good. I like her theme a lot. I think it's honestly one of John Williams' best works. I really like it. BB-8 is best boy. I love BB-8. He's such an adorable little soccer ball.
Yes, I like him a lot. C-3PO still best droid, but...
General Hux is a good character. His first line was delivered so poorly. It was like, we'll find the droid, and he was like, then we will make sure to find it. And like the way he delivered that line was just just really bad. And that was his first line of the movie, and I'm like, that wasn't great. I almost said Pin and Foe. Poe and Finn's bromance is the fucking best.
Yes,
I love those two, and they just have like such a great like buddy relationship. And like even though like we don't see Poe for like half the movie, when they reunite, it's such a great scene because it shows like.
And he lets him keep the jacket.
Yeah, it's great. I fucking love them. They're fantastic together. I don't know if I should read this one. It's kind of me being petty about the next movies, but I just had that Finn is such a wasted character. He was set up so well in this movie, and he was honestly one of the highlights of this movie for me.
Oh.
I love Finn in this.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I have written down, don't you dare disrespect the Falcon like that. Calling Millennium Falcon a piece of garbage, come on. I love the little exchange between Finn and BB-8 where like BB-8 like does like a lighter thumbs up. Like,
yeah,
that was really cute. I like that a lot. I'll never forget, and this is just a theater experience, I'll never forget the cheer that overcame the theater when Han and Chewie came on screen. Yeah. Like, that was such a great moment, just seeing them and seeing the entire theater just, yeah! I'm like, this is great. I'm having a good time.
Was that a total surprise? Like, they weren't in trailers whatsoever?
No, they were.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just, when you see them,
yeah.
It's like, here they are! So that was great. Han is just as great as he's always been.
Yes.
Still that snarky, badass that I love so much.
Definitely.
He was fantastic. Wouldn't be Star Wars without a big creepy alien monster.
Yep.
Those things were interesting.
Yeah.
Did nothing for the plot, but they were interesting.
Not my favorite monster we've ever seen.
Yeah, no. I mean, we get more monsters obviously as the movies go on. But for like the first big one of this trilogy, it was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
You know?
I get that.
Snoke. He's there. He's the supreme leader. Moving on. Maz and Chewie. When we meet Maz Kanata, she's like, "Where's my boyfriend?" And it's like, "Oh, Chewie's on the ship." That's never brought up again. Ever.
Yeah, I was
never brought up again.
Curious about that one.
Yeah. Anyway. The scene where Finn and Rey are talking to each other and Finn admits that he's not Resistance.
Yes.
And he's like, "Come with me," and she's like, "Don't go." That was really well written.
Yes,
I like that a lot. Nazi Hux is still genuinely unsettling.
Yes.
That speech is terrifying.
Yeah.
And then he blows up like 3 planets. I also have written down planet-sized Death Star equals holy shit. Oh man.
Oh.
Whew. Traitor! That was the best stormtrooper ever.
Yeah.
This guy shows up, screams traitor, whips out a laser baton, and goes toe-to-toe with a dude wielding a lightsaber. That was awesome.
That was good.
I remember seeing like a comment like on like a video on that, and people were like, "Why does everybody love this guy so much?" And it's like, dude, it's because Star Wars, like the stormtroopers are such little cannon fodder. It's like the equivalent of a Goomba sprouting buff arms and beating the shit out of Mario. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is.
You're not wrong.
It's really funny. March of the Resistance is such a good theme. I think it's like, as I mentioned it to Jenny when we were watching, it's kind of like the good guy version of the Imperial March.
Yes.
And it's, again, great piece by John Williams. After all these years, C-3PO is still the ultimate third wheel.
Yeah.
Han and Leia reunite. "Hello, it's me, C-3PO!" And Han's like, "Hey, 3PO."
My favorite.
Also, his red arm is never explained.
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious.
Well, that's the thing, though. We see him again in the next movie. And it's just gone.
What?
Yeah, never brought up again. Finn and Poe are still best bros. That's when they reunite. I love that. And I had this same thought in the movie theater when I first saw this movie. Kylo Ren became way less threatening when he took his mask off.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, when he took it off, I'm like, oh, what does he look like? And I was just like,
oh, a dude.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. You know, it was just very, like, okay, that's what you look like. So, I don't know. I prefer him with the mask on because it's a cool mask. So now I'm going to get more into depth. The first time Rey uses the Force is problematic. As Jenny mentioned, she didn't know what it was. Nobody told her that she can, like, tell people what to do and mess with their mind. She didn't know that. And she just kind of does it.
Yep.
The stormtroopers walking away is relatable. That was so funny. And, like, that still just cracks me up every time.
Yep.
Just seeing them, like specifically, like, that one guy, like, who goes to the other stormtrooper, like, wait. And then just leave. Even though I knew it was coming, Han's death still hurts.
Okay, but that was a beautiful scene.
It's such a well done scene. Like, the dialogue, the lighting, the tension.
Yes.
Like, there's, like, no music in that.
Yes.
It's just, like, the sounds of, like, the environment and the voices echoing, and the music doesn't kick in until he gets stabbed.
Yeah.
It's such a well done scene. It just hurts.
Oh, you know what's coming, but it hurts.
Yeah, it really hurts. And I was saying to Jenny, like, my heart was beating just as fast as it was when I saw it in theaters. Because I knew, the moment he walked on, I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill him. Because, like, I knew that Harrison Ford wanted Han to die in, like, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
He's trying to get Han killed off for a while. So the moment he went on there, I'm like, this is it. He finally did it. And lo and behold, they finally did it. Such a hard scene to watch, especially because Han's like one of my favorite characters, and it's very upsetting.
It really hit when Leia felt it.
Yeah.
When she felt it,
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Also, like, I know that, like, Chewie kind of has, like, the same, like, 7 growls that they use over and over. But specifically the growl that he does after Han gets killed, you can hear the agony in his voice. It's genuinely impressive. That was really well done. So now we move on to the final fight in the forest. The lightsaber choreography. Not as good as the prequels. Because, like, in the prequels, they're, like, jumping all over the place, and they're moving super fast, and this is just, like, and I'm like...
She's not trained yet.
Well, yeah, no, but, like, even Kylo Ren was doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and, like, yeah, it's...
She's so good at everything, she should know the Force by now, and Jedi mind tricked already.
Yeah, but it's... it's just not as entertaining to watch as the prequels, because as much as I fucking hate Phantom Menace, that final fight with Darth Maul was awesome. Yeah. Like, one of the best fights in all of Star Wars. It's so well done. And it's just not as good. The final fight is also where I stopped liking Rey. She got way too powerful way too quickly. Yep. And that was the moment where she's like just kind of like stops, closes her eyes, and then beats the shit out of Kylo Ren. That was when I was like, oh, she's a Mary Sue. Oh.
That was mad awkward when it just kept cutting back and forth between the two of them staring at each
He's
other.
just staring at her and her eyes are closed and she's focusing and he's like, I'm like,
that was
okay.
awkward.
Yeah, I really, that was the moment where I'm like, she's too strong.
Yeah, no.
She's too strong. So yeah. Obviously now, you know, we know what happens next, but at the time this movie was released, seeing Luke at the end was the hypest shit. Because everyone was like, what the hell's gonna happen next? Is he gonna train her? Is he gonna be like Yoda? What's going on? And then episode 8 came out and we found out. But at the time, that was such a huge moment where everyone was like, whoa! Luke! Top billing and not a single line! Mark Hamill didn't utter a single word and he got top billing after Harrison Ford. What? They technically didn't even have to credit him.
Yeah.
And he got top billing. Okay.
Seeing him was really cool.
No, yeah, it was great to see him. I'm like, it's Luke. We've been building up to this moment, and it was so hype.
Mm-hmm.
At the time.
The last shot was really bad.
Yeah, it was just kind of like panning around. It wasn't...
The big, like, helicopter spin.
Yeah, it wasn't great. No, it wasn't great.
The final shot of the movie, no.
Yeah, no, not the best.
It went on too long. He should have just turned around and cut it. That's all you needed to say.
Yeah, honestly.
That's all you needed to say. The problem with this
entire...
movie is they drag these scenes on. You could have easily cut 20 minutes out of this movie if you just shortened everything.
Like I was saying before, that like when we were watching it, that entire final scene just goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like we really gotta watch Rey climb this entire mountain. Like it goes on for like a good 5 minutes. I'm like, okay.
How many times?
Where's Luke?
Cut back and forth between Luke, Rey, Luke, Rey, and then she holds up the lightsaber like. Just cut.
Just honestly.
It really should have just been him turning around.
Taking the hood off and then cut there.
Yep.
I agree. But yeah, overall, I enjoy Force Awakens.
It was good.
I definitely appreciate it now watching it again because I know what comes next. So, but yeah, I there are a couple things that I noticed now that I kind of have a little bit more issues with than the first time I saw it, but I still genuinely enjoy it and think it's a well-made movie, despite the fact that it's just a rehash of 4.
Yes.
But honestly, I kind of think that's what they needed.
Yeah.
Because they needed to show, hey guys, we can make a Star Wars movie.
That's
because
fair.
If they just jumped into something new, well, Phantom Menace did that.
Yeah.
So I think it was a safe bet.
It was good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
It's... I enjoyed it too. I had a good time with it. And, I know I'm trying to stay focused on 7 and not talk about the other 2, but, like, it's all downhill from here. So, yep, that was Force Awakens. Again, just fun. It was a fun time.
Good watch.
Okay, so with that said, join us next time as we dive into Episode 8, The Last Jedi, the most polarizing Star Wars movie. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.